Welcome back. If you have just joined us, it's better you'll also go through the previous session so that you'll get along with what we're doing. You're trying to create a database of a school, My Dream School, and we have just created a database, My Dream School, with a table, classrooms, and we would love to create to work with a different object. We have just created a table and shown you how to create a table. We want now to see how to create a form, which is another object that we normally work with when it comes to databases. To create, whenever you want to create an object in your database, you click Create tab. Click Create tab, and we are interested in creating a form. Do not click any of these. We are interested in creating a form by ourselves. So click Form, and it will take you to the form design window. That form is going to be getting its data from the table classrooms. A form, once you see a form, it enables you to capture data from an end user into the database, and then from the database to an end user. How do we work with this? So when you look at the form, you click at Design, ensure that the Design tab is created. It's there and you can work with it. It gives you different controls. These controls enable you to design your form. A label will be mainly used to display data from a database table when you don't want to capture it from an end user into the database, but from the database to an end user. Then the text box is enabling us to enter data from an end user into the database. We have the push button. The push button triggers an event to happen, either to enter the data, to delete, to navigate through the database step by step. All right. So let's look at how a table does it and how a form does it. Let's look at the design. But before we can get to this, let's add the table values into this. Sometimes this might not be showing like that. How would we get it there? We need to capture data from a field that is in the database table. So we click at Add Existing Fields. Click at that, and the tables, as long as you have the tables in your database, all the tables will be listed there. But since we have only one table, we have classrooms. Click the plus sign next to classrooms, and all the columns that are inside the classrooms will be shown. Let's add them to our form. Shall we need this? Add it. You just grab it and press it on your form. However, you can also double click at it and it gets added. You grab it and align it where you want it to be. All right. If you want to properly align it, click at that. Click at any of these controls, and you will click at the brown holders. Click at the brown holders to adjust the alignment together to be able to get the layout that you need to have. And you have successfully added the controls on your form. Let's create something interesting. Let's add a label. Click at it. Draw the label. And that label will have My Dream School. My dream school records management system. The rest of this, you can apply your Microsoft Word skills. Highlight it, go to Home tab, and align them. Center. Oops, it's not active. So I click at the control itself, and then I click. Okay. I can change the font to something that looks good and it should be readable. My dream school. Then you can adjust the fonts. Holding this dream school records. Okay, let me box select this. Click and hold. You click and hold. Then you select what you need and then move them downwards so that we have the last word appearing. Okay, let me reduce the font size a little. Let me have it on one line. Take it there. And then I'm going back to the design. Then I'll put one line. Draw a line. Click at the line. Click and hold. You press the shift key, click and hold, press the shift key so that you have a nice clean line drawn at that level. Then release. Alright, so there we are, and the line will be there. So box select, and then we align these together like that. Shall we see what we have produced? You click view and click form view, and this is what we have. So like I said, this database shows or displays one record at a time. So you see we have senior 1 and ID is 1. When see senior 1, ID 1. When we move down on the bottom, at the bottom there, we have the navigation arrows. Click next record. You see senior 2, next record, senior 3. Next record, we don't have anything. That means it will enable us to add more values. Okay, to enable us to add more values. 3, it says new, just like we have new here. So we can capture more records there. We don't have to enter anything there. We can have senior 4, S4, S4. Then we click next, say S5, S5, next. Shall we see whether we have this senior 4 and senior 5 entered in this? You don't see them there because this has been open over time. So it's better you close it and open it again. Double click to open it, and S4, S5 is there. Alright. Let us look at one more thing before we call it off. We'll look at the navigation buttons. So I'm clicking the view, and I'm selecting design view, so that takes me back. So we have this design of the buttons. We want to be able to move from one record to the next record and record next, previous, next, previous, only those. Okay, click at the button. Okay, let us just make it friendly and appetizing to look at. Click, want to group it, click at that, and then we draw a nice interface there for our navigation. The rest of this you just need to cancel, don't need it. Okay, click that and put it on top. Then we delete this out and we say navigation. Okay, just to help us navigate through our database. click the button and draw it inside. This is for once you click, hold and release. Once you click that, do that, your dialog box will have to come up. There's no way out. That one will have to be coming out, whether it's a wizard or not. It will be there. So don't get worried, just use that for now. We need to navigate. So record navigation. If you need to carry out operations like add record, delete record, you click record operations. But we want to navigate first. Alright? So we want to go first. Find, we don't want to find. We want to go to the first record, the real first record in a database. So you'll see it has this icon. If you would wish to have an icon, we'll click next. If you would wish to have an icon, you can have an icon. If you would wish to have just text, you click text. Let's use an icon. Next. Command, we don't want command. Maybe they are just finish and we avoid the command. So we have the first. Move to the first. Alright? Let's test and we see whether it is working. Okay, view. Okay, we are in the first because when we go, we can't go higher than that. But if we go to the real last, like 4, we can move. We are in senior 5. That means we can go back to senior 4 using this. Okay, it has taken us to the real first record. Let us complete our navigation now. Click the button. Now this one is to move us previous. So it was first, then it goes to the previous. Previous, go to previous record, next, finish. Okay? And we align it together with that. Add next for the button for next. Next, go to next record. Next, finish. Simple as that. And our database navigation is almost done. And now we want to go to the last. The last is all we are left with. Move to the last record and finish. So this one will enable us to have move to the first, previous, next, last. Let us save. Click the save button and we say classes, classrooms. Remember, this is a form and this is a table. So the form for classrooms. This is a form for classrooms. This is the way it looks like. So it is in the first record. You can move to the next record, senior 2, next record, previous record, senior 2, next record, next record, next record. Real fast, real last. You see, our navigation has been a success. We would wish to end this session with that as our navigation to the database that we have just created. Let's can have them right up here and can drop our navigation arrows there. Can have them there, can have them there, and there we are. Okay, our navigation is there. Let me just box select them and move them a little lower. This should not waste a lot of your time. It's just a design. Okay, there we are, and voila, we are done. Click save, changes made, and we can view. Okay, our navigation is there and we can move through our navigation easily like that. Move to the first, move to the last, move to the last. Okay, and our form is 10.